I believe we are live. Welcome back, everybody. I suppose we should probably explain what happened before with the live stream.
Yeah, someone did a whoopsie.
I literally just kicked a cable out of the wall and the stream died. And then we got to see Felix get a 5.59 average with our own eyes. That was cool for a change.
But he was off stream anyway because he had a poor performance in round one. So you didn't really miss much. Although I believe Phoenix had a pretty solid average on stream. Are we? I think we're up and live, right?
Might be. Oh, it'll be a different live stream. Hold up. Hold up. 2025 States Cup. That's what we're looking for, baby. Let's go. We made it to the States Cup. Maybe wait a couple moments for everybody to get live. Oh, get live. We're already live. Wait for them to
get
pull
on
in.
the live. Deep breaths.
Very deep breaths.
It's a big moment. It's a big moment.
States Cup. We all love States Cup. Happens every year. We love it so much.
Run us through what's going to happen, Michael.
Basic rules are each team is made up of 3 representatives from that respective region, and they will go head-to-head in a 3-on-3 relay race. And whoever team solves all their cubes the fastest wins.
Exactly. We've got a bracket.
There's a bit more rules than that,
so
but you've seen this before. You know how it works.
We've got 16 teams from, I believe, the 5 states. I don't think we've got Northern Territory or Australian Capital Territory representation here.
No, we do not.
But we've got multiple teams from each state, so they're going to go head-to-head. There's 16 in total, so they'll be in a bracket. Whoever wins just one race goes through to the next stage. We've got a bracket that we can look at here. So I believe the first matchup we'll be looking at will be New South Wales' second team versus WA's second team, which should be a pretty close match. Favorite coming into this is obviously Victoria 1. Felix Zemdegs, Riley Dexter, and Lennon Hughes, a late substitution for David Epstein. So it's going to be his first time on the top Victorian team for the state for any sort of relay race. He has competed in the Oceanic Rubik's Relay back in Oceanics in 2022, where they all, him and his mates dressed up as Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach. I do see a few costumes this time. I don't think there's actually a best dressed prize, but we've got some costumes anyway. People like to have fun in the States Cup. This is just a fun sort of unofficial thing we do on the side to kind of settle some disputes on who is the fastest state in the country. But it's extremely exciting. Here's the bracket here. So as you can see up this way, New South Wales 1, New South Wales 2 versus WA 2. Then New South Wales 1 versus Vic 5. There's 5 teams from Victoria. Queensland 2 versus Queensland 4, a bit of a grudge match. Queensland 1 versus New South Wales 3. Queensland 1, one of the favourites. Then WA 1 versus Vic 3. Vic 2 versus Taz 1, which has Jodie Brewster, crowd favourite. Queensland 3 versus SA South Australia 1. And then Victoria 1 versus Victoria 4, another grudge match.
Oh boy.
Oh
Victoria,
boy, oh
we're
boy.
Going to wait a while for Victoria 1 then, don't we? And look, I'm not biased at all, but I do think Victoria 1's going to take this one home. I'm a proud Victorian boy myself. I have faith in my boys. I reckon they're going to clutch it up just like they do every single year. Except for last year. We don't talk about
except for last year and Oceanics.
And we don't talk about Oceanics. Did they not win Oceanics?
We won Oceanics.
Oh,
Team New Zealand. Represent.
But we won the first Oceanics, and that's the most important one. So
yes. My pick for this one, the boys from New South Wales. The boys from Sydney. We got Caden, Sora. They're overlooked a lot, these 3x3 solvers.
Are extremely underrated 3x3 solvers. A lot of them have only just started coming up in the last year or two. Sora in particular has been setting some massive marks in the big cubes. Both Cadens are absolutely ripping it in 3x3. They are a force to be reckoned with, and I don't reckon they'll be on many of our solvers or many of our viewers' radar. So
yes,
Caden, very excited to see what they can come up with. It could be them against Victoria 1 in the final.
It could be the two biggest states, or the two biggest, most popular states versus each other. Caden Ng in 3x3 round 2, getting a PR average, only slightly improving to a 6.93 PR average. Caden Liu just recently, a month or two ago, getting a PR average of 6.05, which is the New South Wales state record. And Sora earlier this year, I believe he counted a 4 or something crazy, getting a mid-6 average, absolutely insane. 3x3 is not his main event, but he's been around for a while, popping out some crazy fast times in loads of events. So they're one of my top picks. I'm going to be rooting for New South Wales 1. I'll be living in Sydney over the summer, so they're almost soon to be homeboys.
Oh, absolutely. No. I think you're bang on with the mark about the New South Wales boys. They're a bit of an unknown quantity. We don't quite know. We haven't seen this specific team together in
we've not.
In a States Cup before, so we have no idea what they're really capable of. We got told actually that they did a 17-second relay in practice.
That's
so
quick.
They went 5, 5, and 5 with Sora, Caden, and Caden. So we never know. They could cause an upset here.
Yeah.
But you heard it here first. Chris Mills.
So Victoria has 5 teams. Obviously, Victoria won, as we said before, Felix Zemdegs, Riley Dexter, and a sub for David Epstein from Lennon Hughes, who has a mid-6 official average, which will overall PB at the time. But he actually just got a 7.3 average in the second round, which I believe is faster than anybody else from Victoria, apart from Felix and Riley, of course. So he is deserving of this spot on Victoria 1. He's been practicing 3x3. Others overlook him, but I'm rooting for my boy. I think he's going to hold his own in this team and send Victoria all the way to the final.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. In that first round, Leonard Hughes seemed like he was picking up the slack a little bit from Felix. He had a bit of a lackluster round 1, but Leonard Hughes was picking up the slack. But in the round just gone, which unfortunately we wouldn't have gotten on stream anyway, Felix Zemdegs did just get, I believe, a tied PR2
Tied PR2,
average.
5.59 with a counting 4.97. He got started with a 5, then got a 4, then another 5, then a low 6. Already secured a really quick average of a low 6 seconds. And the last one, you already knew he had a good average in the bag. Knew OCR was not on the cards, I'd assume. So just went all out, had a really nice ZB case to finish up. And a 5.93, getting himself a best possible average. Got the best time on the last. That's what we like to see. 5.59. Felix is back. The GOAT is never washed. He is here. And he is ready to represent Victoria and go all the way in the State Cup.
I think those talks that we had with him on the live stream before about who's going to take his Oceanic record might have lit a fire under him.
Yeah, no one's taking it.
No, absolutely. If no one's going to do it, then I'll do it myself. You know, he's given everybody 6 years to do it. He says, well, you know what? If you guys aren't going to do it, I'll just do it myself.
Exactly. 5.53, the former world record from 2019. I believe the first time anybody counted a 4-second solve, got 2 4-second solves in that average. That 5.53 over in Sydney. That's over 6 years old, as you said. 6 years old.
He's just done it again. Counted another 4 in this average. Shades of the old Felix Zemdegs coming back at Australian Nationals.
I believe
Never
so.
know.
2 more rounds tomorrow.
He's
2 more rounds.
pouring all of his focus into 3x3 in this competition. So he's really, the hard work is starting to pay off.
Definitely.
And all that grinding for the Worlds is really, really coming to the fore right now. So as we said, this first matchup here is going to be between New South Wales 2 and WA 2. So New South Wales 2, that consists of Harrison, Jonathan, Newbury-Chun, Liam Heidecek and Sebastian Lee.
That's a quick team.
That's a
really quick
speedy team. We've seen Liam Heidecek in the New South Wales first team.
He has a sub-7 average.
In previous States Cups, but now he's been relegated to New South Wales 2 with the rise of Sora, Caden and Caden. And then against Western Australia 2, that is the delegates team of Tyler Williams, Zach Kenny and Regan Roberts. Always
also a quick team, actually. This is going to be a close match. So these teams that are kind of in the middle of the pack, they're going to have closer first matches because those who rank highly, like Victoria 1 and New South Wales 1, they'll be put up against those on the lower ranks. They'll be given easier first matches. But WA 2, New South Wales 2, ranked in the middle. So I think New South Wales 2 here are the favourites. But what's interesting here is both Harrison and Liam are full ZB users, and that means under pressure they've got to recognize these cases lightning fast. Any mistakes could cost them when WA2 are only a little bit behind. Tyler Williams, 8-second average. Zach Kenny, 8-second average. I'm not exactly sure what Regan's got, but I don't think he's too far behind. So they're definitely on the back foot going into this first match, but any sort of ZB mistakes, misrecognition, 3-second recognition, WA2 are catching up.
Yeah, we're seeing lately the ZB meta is really just starting to get super, super advanced. Got these top solvers from China all using it, and they are so, so good at the method. Obviously, we've got people using it in this States Cup, but the problem is, if you're not super proficient with it, sometimes it's just worse. Sometimes it's just a lot to recognize, and it's a lot of algs to keep all in check. If you're not 100% confident in it. Sometimes you're just losing time on that. So it really just depends how much practice they've had with the method. I know in particular Harrison, a real big cube specialist, has been using the ZB method for quite some time. I believe Liam, you know, he has a tendency to learn a lot of algs and keep them in check really well. So there is a chance that it comes off well for him. There's also there's always that flip side of whether they just know it well enough.
Exactly.
As we're waiting for the final bits of setup to be done, we've got Conan and Kritika out there just setting up.
They want to know what happened to the stream.
I already mentioned what happened on the stream.
Nothing happened to the stream. What are you guys on about? It was your internet at home. Your internet at home cut out. Definitely wasn't
All at
this
the same
clumsy
time.
man.
All at the same time. Don't believe the lies.
Yeah. Worldwide power outage, except this venue. We were still broadcasting.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys were seeing, but I don't know. We're all back here. Just
I don't
vibing
know.
out.
I don't know. All right.
I don't know.
Just getting everything set up now. We will be having top-down cameras, courtesy of the amazing broadcasting team we've got here. Shout out to Mitchell Anderson over here, working hard, and Anup also being trained by Mitch to understand what's going on behind the scenes. They're doing a great job putting on an amazing stream over the weekend. And this is only the Saturday. We've got a whole day tomorrow. Almost all of the finals are tomorrow. So make sure to tune in tomorrow afternoon. That's when stuff gets hot.
Got an electric day of finals,
Electric
as
day.
Matthew Mayonik would say. Absolutely electric day of finals coming up. We've got our second rounds for some of our more popular events like your Pyraminxes, your Scoobs, your 2x2s. Semi-finals for 3x3 will be the first thing, I'm pretty sure, tomorrow. I could be...
You could be wrong. Let's see if it's in this little leaflet here.
Let's see how well I know my own schedule.
Sunday
It's not my
finals.
schedule. That's finals. We got
That's
to go
Sunday.
on Sunday. 2x2. I've been lying to myself.
2x2
but
is
that's
kicking it
perfectly
off
okay.
tomorrow before Pyraminx round 2 and then 3x3 semis at 10 a.m., which I always love. I don't really like the early 3x3 rounds. That's why I got a 7 average at 9:30 this morning.
Sure.
So it's nice. Oh, it's still 10 a.m., so it's still pretty early. And that will be the top 40 and then the top 20 to go to the finals. And then we've got 7 finals, clock finals, 6 finals, square 1 finals, Mega Mix finals, then a lunch break. That's all before lunch, Michael.
Oh, yeah.
Then Pyrrha, 5x5, Scube, 4x4, 2x2, one-handed, 3 blind, and then starting at 3:50 p.m.
The Big Daddy
the Big Daddy
3x3 head-to-head
3x3,
finals.
the Rubik's Cube, the
Oh.
original puzzle.
Can't wait. It's going to be so good.
The top 20 competitors from Australia and a few internationals sprinkled in there like myself. We'll be going head-to-head to figure out who is going to be the Australian champion and who's going to win overall, because that could happen. A non-Australian could win, but they will not be crowned Australian champion as we're at the Australian National Championships.
Never
Who's
know.
your pick, Michael, for the Australian National Champion for 3x3 tomorrow night?
For 3x3, my heart says Riley Dexter. Riley Dexter's had such a rough gig over the past.
So many second places.
He's had so many second places in
Oceanics,
Gotta think
Nationals, Nationals, Nationals.
and that's only just in 3x3. He's only somehow gotten one Australian title in his entire career across every single event, and that was one-handed only last year.
I know.
But I think this guy's been so good at so many events for so long. He's had OCRs in Pyraminx, national records in Pyraminx, but he's never won.
He's never won. He's only got that one 3x3 one-handed national champion title. That's what happens when you're an all-rounder. Riley Dexter, the best all-rounder in Australia. I believe he's neck and neck with Dwayne Ramos for the best in the continent. I think they change places quite a lot when you're looking at some of ranks. But Riley Dexter, when you spread yourself thin across so many events that Riley has, obviously 3x3 has been his focus more recently. You know, it's hard to keep up. You know, you've got so many things to practice. You've got so many things to focus on when you come to a national championship like this. It's great that we've seen him kind of knuckle down on the 3x3 and the one-handed now. Now he's done so well with 3x3 PR, first sub-6 just recently. I believe it was last weekend. He improved his one-handed PR average in the second round of this competition with a shot at beating Elijah's NR that was set earlier that day. He's knuckled down on these 3x3 events, so I think this is his chance to take the national champion title. But Felix, back in form.
Not going to make it easy, is he?
Definitely not going to make it easy.
Yeah, it's the problem with Riley. When you spread yourself so thin as an all-rounder, sometimes you're a jack of all trades, but you're just not good enough at any single one of them to be able to get that national title. Looks like now we are going to be kicking off with the States Cup. Hao Do is out there on the mic. We are just about to get underway with our first matchup.
Yeah!
Jody Brewster.
What about boys down in South Australia? That's a little awkward. And last but not least, the home state, Queensland. Alrighty, so as per usual, the rules are team of three. It will just be a relay with a three-match relay of team of three. So with that, we will start with our first matchup. New South Wales 2 versus WA2.
Awesome. So as mentioned, we had the WA2 versus New South Wales 2. So it's Harrison Jonathan Newbury-Chun, Liam Heidecek, and Sebastian Lee. A new look for the New South Wales 2 team versus Western Australia, the staple delegate team. We always love having them in. They always bring the shenanigans, their delegate paddles, all the shenanigans they come up with in their little outfits. There's just little outfits there.
Little outfits.
Tyler Williams, Zach Kenny, and Regan Roberts. No slouches either. So they are looking to put up a good fight. They're not just here to make up numbers. They are here to fight and to win, Chris.
Yeah, we've said before that this could be a close match.
New South Wales 2.
New South Wales the favourite.
Harrison Jonathan Newbury-Chun, Liam Heidecek, and Sebastian Lee.
Here we go, the Sydney Siders taking their seats, all from Sydney.
A nice added touch about this new graphic is that hopefully by the end of the stream you'll be able to know every state flag. And there's WA. Australia.
Tyler Williams with his Western Australia chant.
When I say Tyler, you say Williams. I'm never going to say it.
All right, delegate team. Trying to find a pen so we can fill out the bracket on our brochure. There we go, give some love in the chat. Who are you guys supporting? Are you supporting New South Wales 2 or WA2? Let us know.
Awfully disappointed that these boys didn't dress up. I mean, WA did, but I'm talking New South Wales. I feel like there should be style points deducted if they come away with a win here. Time penalty, perhaps.
Here we go.
Underway inspection has begun.
8 seconds. 12 seconds. 3,
12-second call, and they are underway. Regan starting off for WA, just starting a little bit before Harrison Jonathan Newbury-Chun. We'll pay attention to the stack mats, but it looks like Harrison finishing now 8.4.
+2. +2 for Harrison.
Bit of drama to start. I don't think WA knows that they're ahead yet. Regan raises the
This
paddle.
could be close.
This is closer than it looks like. It looks like they're just about tied exactly. After this
Oh, that's
first
gonna be it.
and Sebi clutches it up. Looks like it doesn't matter about that +2. It is, yeah, it doesn't matter about that
Not
+2
at
at
all.
all. I don't think it is just going to be a win for New South Wales. You fill them in the bracket.
Not without the mistakes. A 10.4 with the +2 for Harrison. 8.9 for Liam. Sebi with a 7.3.
And it is officially announced. There you go. New South Wales 2 takes the win. And there's our first matchup. We move on now and we go from New South Wales 2 to New South Wales 1.
One of the favourites. I believe they are either the second or third seed.
Right, so there we go, New South Wales 1. We've been talking them up as potential underdogs. We know that they've been absolutely killing it in practice with a 17-second relay already. It's New South Wales 1 with Sora Sato, Caden Ing, and Caden Liu. Been seeing some solid showings from them in 3x3. Can they translate that to a potential win?
So, New South Wales 1 has 2 Cadens. Victoria 5 has 2 Ryans.
So it's really just Caden versus Ryan.
Yeah, and then
Oh boy!
they have a couple guys chucked in there.
There's a couple of Ryans out there in the world that have some good pedigree. I'm thinking, you know, your Ryan pilots.
Here we go. Here's some
Even
fun
in Australia.
t-shirts. I love WCA, I love speed cubing, and I love NPerm. Bit controversial there.
And they kind of spell out a certain state name. Did you notice that?
Oh,
NSW.
they do. That's amazing. New South Wales. Here we go.
And joining them looks like the Spark Cubing team, Ryan Deng, Yan Shi Yu, and Ryan Chen.
Thought it might be on our little banner behind us, but Spark Cubing is not on the banner.
They are not.
Alrighty, this is a bit of a mismatched match here. Mismatched match.
Mismatch match.
One of the fastest teams versus one of the newer teams, a lot younger here. Young competitors just getting into cubing recently. But a DNF, just one DNF, and that's it, they're knocked out. So you gotta be careful.
So looking at it here, it looks like they're going to be starting off with Sora, the New South Wales one.
3, 2, 1.
Looks like Sora speedily getting through this one onto PLL. It's going to be a 9.1, but it's still some ways away of where the Victorian team is at the moment. Looks like Vic 5 is going to go under. There's Caden finishing. Yeah, it looks like a pretty comprehensive win. Don't have to do anything special there. It's New South Wales taking it pretty handily.
Nothing special, but you just gotta play it safe. In these matches against mismatched matches like this, you've got to play a little bit safe. Make sure you've got your cube solved, and then go for some faster solves when you're against some speedy opponents like Victoria 1, which hopefully they'll meet in the final.
And that in fact means that our next matchup is going to be New South Wales 2 versus New South Wales 1.
When we move on to round 2, the quarterfinals, we'll see a derby between New South Wales 1 versus New South Wales 2.
It's worth sticking around for that alone, I would think.
Bit of a grudge match there.
Absolutely. As Howdo is astutely pointing out, we have an intrastate matchup instead of an interstate matchup. Got Queensland 2 versus Queensland 4 next. Got Elijah Laporte, Hayden Eng, and Joseph Burnett for Queensland 2. And Queensland 4, Lachlan Adams-Romaine, Matthew Ban, and Joshua Ban. Worth noting as well, the last time we saw a Queensland 2 versus Queensland 4 matchup in, oh my goodness, check that out.
Representing,
The three main methods of speed cubing.
I guess so.
You've got Rue for Elijah in the middle, ZZ with the greys being the oriented edges for Hayden, and then the cross for Joseph. How
What's
very
interesting
beautiful.
here is in Queensland 4, we have Lachlan Adams-Romaine, who is now the state record holder for 3x3 average. And he's in the, well, supposedly slowest team, Queensland 4. But I don't think they're going to be that slow. Him and the two brothers, Matthew and Joshua, they could make a run here.
Last time Queensland 4 came up against Queensland 2 in Queensland, it was a huge upset. Queensland 4, with Thomas Austin Milne at the helm, took the win over Queensland 2 while they were dressed up as the Powerpuff Girls.
This could be a close one.
What a sight that was.
12, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's hard to bet against Queensland 2 here, but you just never really know. Queensland 4 is a bit of an X factor, and as you said, Lachlan Adams-Romaine has been starting really well recently.
Queensland 4's in the lead.
This is terrible for Queensland 2. Queensland 4's got the win by a second. It's a 7-second solve. Does history repeat itself? 6:03 for Hayden in the middle. Could it be? It's the upset, is it?
It's close. We're going to wait for the total. 23.73 versus
It's so extremely
24.27. Queensland 4
4's
take
done
it by half a second.
They've taken the upset. Queensland 4's upset.
Whoa, what an upset. They've done it again.
History repeats itself again. Lightning does strike twice in Queensland. Queensland 4 has upset Queensland 2 for the second time in 2 years.
Hayden got a 6 as well. Joseph's going to be kicking himself, turning off that 10. But we keep going here.
We press onwards. Queensland 4, fill it in your brackets if you haven't already. Got a huge favourite team coming up now. You got Queensland 1 consisting of Yibo Wang, Charlie Eggins, and Toby Seufert. What a team!
They're so quick. I think the second fastest team here in Brisbane. One of the favourites to go all the way to the final. We're likely to see them at least in the semi-finals, if not the finals. Oh, we got a little bit of a costume here. What is that? A banana, lemon, and a pineapple? Yellow fruits.
That's New South Wales 3, yes. James Kirshner, Jack McCarley, and Jade Smith. Seems like Queensland 1 is definitely your favourites here. These could be potentially taking over the whole competition. Dressed up in garbage bags, but they are very, very far from that.
8 seconds. 12, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, it's Yubo who will lead off. Some express turning, just a little bit lucky on that OLL. Does that leave the door open? No, it's still going to be Queensland 1 taking the lead by a bit over a second at the moment. You've got Charlie Eggins here, no slouch on 3x3, 6:05 for Charlie Eggins. Helps bolster the lead, something fierce, and Toby Seufert does it too. 6.60 brings it home in commanding fashion.
Not letting this one slip. Queensland have won, one of the favourites. They're not going to lose a match like this. But an 8:03 for James to finish off. That's a pretty solid performance from the guys from New South Wales. But now, in the next round, in the quarterfinals, we're going to have a Queensland match again. Queensland 4 versus Queensland 2.
It's going to be
before
another
that,
match.
we've got the bottom half of the bracket. Well, not the bottom half, the lower half. They're definitely not the slower half.
The second half.
Second half, there we go.
This next matchup, going to be seeing WA1, a bit of an underdog team. WA maybe doesn't get quite the rep that they deserve. They are becoming such a strong foundation. Their community is blossoming from just about nowhere.
Is that fairy
and
bread?
they are dressed up as fairy bread.
Fairy bread, a fairy and a fairy bread.
And that is WA1, Lachlan Stevens, Joshua Hounslow, and Jonathan Charlesworth.
This Vic 3 team is quick as well. These guys are fast. This could actually be a close match, despite being WA's fastest team and Vic's third fastest team. This could be a close match. Yeah, WA having a bit of a disappointment at Oceanics last year with Johnny getting a DNF because of a early timer start. Hoping to redeem themselves here.
Vic 3 has the added advantage of Roman Rudikov on their team. Just seems to absolutely destroy everything that he touches. Again, you've got Charlie Handley there and Nathan Fairs as well. No slouches in 3x3. Charlie has a subset and single, so let's see what they can muster up here. Again, WA1 the favourites on paper, but we can't say anything for sure. It's Charlie Handley leading off the Victorians, Jonathan Charlesworth for WA. Jonathan Charlesworth looking to make up for the disappointment of missing semi-finals.
It's close.
It's
2
close.
nines.
About a quarter of a second apart, and he's Victoria just behind at the moment. But Joshua Hounslow is doing wonders here. He
Second
gets WA just about another second lead. It's Lockie versus Roman Rudikov. It's so close. It's going to be WA taking it. It's Roman Rudikov with a 10, bringing up the rear. For once, Roman Rudikov is the weak link. I don't think you could have seen this coming ahead of time. It's WA1. Faster team on paper, taking the win. Geez, this trio's a strong outfit, aren't they?
And they've got strong outfits
and
too.
They have strong outfits on.
But not a really strong performance from them. A 9, 8, and a 9, giving Vic 3 an opportunity. But Roman with a bit of a slow performance there.
All right, we go on to Victoria 2. Victoria is such a strong region. This second team is still a force to be reckoned with. We've got Zaid Chowdhury, Firstjin Fashada, and Phoenix Patterson. Firstjin Fashada, a recent new addition to the Victorian outfit. Given that he's studying in Melbourne, he's lending his talents to the Victorian squad as best he can. And then we've, of course, got the Tasmanian team as well. The only Tasmanian team we have in this matchup.
One of those is not like the other. Jody Brewster towering over his fellow teammates. But Victoria too. This could be a winning team. this team has the potential to go all the way to the final.
Absolutely. Tasmania, made up of George Goss, Vilu Dogra, and Jody Brewster, could just be the lambs out to slaughter. But Victoria too, as you say, they are so strong and work well together as a unit. Zaid and Firstian both attend the same cubing club at the University of Melbourne, and Phoenix Patterson has been a top solver for many a year at this point. So how well can they
This is
handle
good
the
from
pressure?
Zaid. Oh no, but he made a mistake in his cross. Oh,
It's still going to look like Zaid gets the lead. There's a bit of a misalignment on that cube, but I don't think it's enough to worry. Phoenix is solving pretty well at the moment.
Phoenix also messed up his cross.
9.8. I think
Are they doing this on purpose?
Firstian would not stuff up. 6.19. I don't think Victoria 2 can believe that after that start, they managed to still come away with the win. But Firstian Fashada, another one of the full ZB method users,
6.1
clutches
with
up.
it as well.
6.19. Absolutely unbelievable. There's not a +2 on Phoenix's cube, is there? No, I don't think so. I think we're all good there.
That is, wow. Zaid, a mistake on the cross. And then Phoenix did exactly the same thing. It had to do an X2 and then an H pump.
Not sure what's going on there. But now we go on to our next matchup. It is Queensland 3 versus the South Australian team. So
This could be a close one.
you've got 3 national record holders on the Queensland team: Jamie Otsu, Kyle Jones, and Benjamin Worry. Dressing
The
up as
Wiggles.
the Wiggles, pretty customary for them. And then the South Australian team: Felix Williams, the multi-blind national champion, Raf Chawindra, and Seth Ferry.
Seth Ferry, the Melbourne Summer Champion from earlier this year, sub-7 solver, but often struggles in high-pressure situations. And SA1, they're going to be relying on Seth to take this win. Seth is the strong point of the team, and against a team like Queensland 3, they have the potential to upset this match.
Seth Ferry, known by many as the Melbourne Summer winner. That is his big claim to fame. That was mid-6 average, and it was his first sub-8 average. Here goes the teams. We've got Kyle Jones on the left-hand side, club national record holder, lending his skills to Queensland.
It's a good
Free
solve.
outfit. It's a great solve.
They're ahead.
I think that Queensland 3 are definitely your favourites coming into this. But anything can happen. Look, that's Jamie Otsu with a 10. But Felix is letting the chance slip,
Oh,
unfortunately.
and a +2.
Yeah,
That's almost definitely going to be it.
Yep, spells disaster almost certainly. But Benjamin Worry's taken a while. 9.40. Yeah, it's pretty comfortably Queensland 3. I don't see any doubts that +2 is only going to make the case harder for South Australia. So there you go. It is Queensland 3.
So 3 Queensland teams moved forward to the top 8. The only Queensland team that didn't make it through to the top 8 was a team that was beaten by their counterpart, Queensland 4. Queensland 2, surprisingly, not making it to the top 8.
So you go, Queensland has sent every possible team they could have through. Wasn't the team that you would have thought of from that grudge match. Queensland 4 upsetting Queensland 2 yet again. We've got, before the grudge matches that we've set up at the first half of round 2, we've got another grudge match here today. We've got Victoria 1 with Felix Zemdegs, Riley Dexter, and Lennon Hughes making his debut for the Victoria 1 team against Victoria 4 with Oryx Sui, Harry Forbes, and Hillel Ben Mia.
Oh my goodness.
And they
The
are
sumo
making
wrestlers.
the most of this opportunity.
I'm excited to see how Lennon Hughes faces
I'm
in this
excited to see
matchup.
how Vic 4 is all going to fit around this table.
That's so true.
This is diabolical, bro. You're going to have to play musical chairs,
One of them
bro.
has to stand up. That is hilarious.
How incredibly beautiful.
Alright, inspection starts in 3, 2, 1.
All right, inspection has begun.
Lennon Hughes going to kick it off for Victoria 1. Been doing well this competition in 3x3. Can he keep it up in front of this massive crowd?
I think this is just going to be a tester for Vic 1. The crowd is just about in stitches with this Vic 4. I think they're the best dressed for sure. No doubt in my mind. But here goes Lennon Hughes. Oh, with the
646.
PLL skip, 646.
Carrying Victoria 1.
And you know what? He might be carrying Victoria 1. He's sold faster than Felix Zemdegs. Once again, he is carrying the team. Oh, Robbie Dexter with a 5.48. So comfortably sub 20.
Felix Zemdegs is the weak link right now.
19.04 there for Victoria 1. That is by far the fastest that we've seen so far. Oryx just got to finish up this solve, but his big belly's getting in the way. There you go, Oryx. 13.19 for the big man. 36.1 for the big men.
The big man, and a 19.04 for Victoria 1, the best we've seen so far. Lennon Hughes with a PLL skip on an already pretty good solve. Secures him with a 646. He deserves to be here.
What an amazing first showing for Lennon Hughes in Victoria 1. A lot of people were saying that there's no match to no substitute for David Epstein. While that still may be true, he is holding his own in this team without a doubt.
Never doubt my boy. Here is another derby, New South Wales. It's teams 1 and 2.
Don't mind if I do. So New South Wales 2 versus New South Wales 1. We've got in New South Wales 2, Harrison Jonathan Newbury-Chun, Liam Heidercheck and Sebastian Lee. And then we've got the New South Wales team of the two
Wales
Cadens.
South New, as they are in the wrong order now.
They'll keep the solving order, but they didn't trade the shirts.
Unlike me and Team New Zealand did last year.
All right, so here goes. This is New South Wales 1 on the right-hand side. They are your red-hot favourites. Potential underdogs to take out the entire bracket. We've got to wait and see, though. It's going to be New South Wales 1 of Sora Sato to begin. Then the two Cadens after. Again, we've got that ZB method user, Harrison Jonathan Newbury-Chun, and then also another ZB user next to him. Oh, Sora's absolutely locked in, 7.24.
I think you're on NPerm, actually.
Oh, this is great. J-Perm there for New South Wales 1. That puts him so far ahead. 7.1 from Liam. I don't think it's going to be enough to claw him back. Great finish from New South Wales 1. They've done it. 7.67. And Sebastian finishes with a 9. It's New South Wales 1 comfortably through to the semi-finals.
No upsets here. Incredible solving from Caden Ang, who just got a PR average in the previous round.
Congrats New South Wales 1, making their way through to the semi-finals. They're guaranteed at least a shot at a bronze medal. They're going to come up against some tough competition, whoever wins this matchup. Queensland 4 and Queensland 1. Both extremely strong teams, more than capable of putting up a fight for a gold medal should they get into this next matchup.
Another derby between the fastest and the fourth fastest Queensland teams. But Lachlan Adams remain the state record holder. He's looking to prove that he deserves a spot in Queensland 1 at the next state champs.
He's possibly brought them back up a couple pegs. Lachlan Adams remain an instrumental part in that first matchup. To beat Queensland 2, they've already come up against Goliath and won. Can they do the same for Super Goliath?
Super Goliath.
Super Goliath.
This team is Super Goliath. Toby Soyford, Charlie Eggins, Yibo Wang.
There's so many teams that are a favourite to take out this whole thing. We're expecting Queensland 1 to be able to make it through, but you never know. You never know when Lachlan Adams Romain is going to win the first round of Australian Nationals. You never know when Lachlan Adams Romain is going to drop a wild solve to put his team in contention.
12, 3, 2, 1.
All right, we've got Yibo Wang for Queensland 1. Oh, but it's Queensland 4 in front. Don't tell me they could do it again. They absolutely could not do it again, could they? Charlie Eggins is going to do everything he can about it. They could. They're in front. Lead. Don't tell me.
They're in the lead by 3 seconds. Toby's got a clutch, but it's Lachlan Adams Romain. He's the state record holder.
Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Toby's taken 2
Queensland
seconds back.
4.
Is it Queensland 4?
It's Queensland 4. It's surely Queensland 4.
It's Queensland 1. No? Hang tight.
Queensland 4 takes the 24.16.
Is it Queensland 4?
Queensland 4!
That's it, it's Queensland.
How much by? 0.1 difference.
Queensland 4 takes it by 0.1 of a second. They've done it
Oh
again.
my goodness.
Queensland 4 is going to be through to the semi-finals.
They're going to
That's
face New South Wales
unbelievable.
1.
Queensland 4 with a 24.16.
That's absolutely unbelievable. We didn't give him a bar of thought, but Queensland 4's done it. That's unbelievable. They've beaten the team that's come silver time and time again in States Cup. Queensland won this, Queensland won that. Doesn't matter. Queensland 4's here, and they're here to show that they're a force to be reckoned with.
But here's WA1 back again. The Fairies versus Vic 2. This is another close one. These guys are all close friends. Interstate. They all see each other regularly at these big Australian competitions. I'm rooting for WA1. My good friends, but I mean, Zay Chowdhury is on Vic 2. I'm torn.
There's just no way to win. There's no way to win here. Either way, my friends have to lose, and that's unfortunate.
But which friends will win? Hey, look, we're on the stream, Michael.
What's up, guys?
They're going to see us pop in a squat.
This has been pretty intense so far. I don't think you guys have any idea the kind of faces we're pulling. Oh, I suppose you'll have an idea now. But here goes Victoria 2 underway, and it's Johnny Charlesworth of WA1 who's going to get him off to a flying start.
Great
Zay
serve.
Chowdhury's doing really well here. Oh, but it's Johnny
WA lead.
Charlesworth. Can Joshua Hounslow hold it down? Believe it. Phoenix puts him in front.
It's so
Can you believe it? It's Firstgen and Lachlan Stevens. Lachlan Stevens, the unknown quantity. Who's it going to be? Oh, it's so close
it's
again.
so close.
I think it might be Victoria, though. It was Victoria to the naked eye, but we'll have to put it all in the calculator. 0.01.
0.01! 0.01 WA1!
WA1 wins it by 0.01 of a second.
Oh my goodness!
Absolutely cannot believe.
We thought it could get closer!
It's scenes. It's scenes.
Someone check the maths.
Oh my goodness. WA1, it's 0.01 of a second. It doesn't get closer than that. And it's an upset that will change the course of this bracket. WA1.
Someone check this maths. Someone double check it.
WA1 leaves only one Victorian team in the entire bracket, and it's Vic 1. We're going to have 4 different states represented in this semi-finals.
We have Queensland 3, represented by Jamie Otsu, Kyle Jones, and Ben Macquarie.
That is absolutely incredible. Can you believe it's 0.01?
I can't believe it, Michael.
West is best.
We saw a 0.1 difference, and then we just saw a 0.01 difference.
Saw it and we thought it couldn't ever get closer than that. But gee, how wrong we were.
All right, the last match of round 2, the quarterfinals. One of these teams is going through to the semis to face Western Australia. Who's it going to be? Queensland 3 or Victoria 1?
Are you ready? Session starts in 3, 2, 1.
So Victoria 1, obviously the favourites to take this one out. Lennon Hughes had a good showing earlier.
Closer.
8 seconds.
But can they, will they,
12.
face this final hurdle to put themselves in the semi-finals? Could be a fruit salad of states if Vic 1 makes this. Or could it be Queensland with the home ground advantage? Carl Jones is making a case for it. Carl Jones has a lead by about 0.1.
A mistake from Felix.
But also a mistake from Jamie.
Felix gets a 9.
But Jamie's going to get a 12. No, a 13. With a misalignment. Could it be? Riley next to clutches it up again.
Another 5.4.
He has a habit. He has a habit.
But Lenny, better than Faz once again.
I think Felix Zemdig's the weak link in this team.
Once again. 2 rounds in a row.
But
Okay,
there
but
it
we
is.
have our semi-finals. Our first match of the semis will be New South Wales 1 versus Queensland 4. Queensland 4 What are they doing here?
What are they doing here?
Then in
They were
round
supposed to get knocked out in the first round.
in the second half of the semi-final bracket, we've got WA1 who made it by 0.01 against Victoria 1. So as you said, a rainbow of states, everybody of representation here, apart from Tasmania and SA, but
Very sad.
oh my goodness, Michael.
Wow, what an unbelievable matchup that we've come to here. I don't think anybody expected to see anything else except New South Wales 1 versus Queensland 1 here. We do still see New South Wales versus Queensland, but it's Queensland 4 from the clouds, and now they're potentially fighting for a bronze medal. Nay, they are definitely fighting for at least a bronze medal.
Yes.
Can they put themselves in the shake-up for a gold, Chris?
They did it 2 years ago at 2023 Nationals in Morayfield, doing a long run. I believe they made it to 3rd place in the end. Got a shot at it again, but they've got another shot at the finals.
All right, construction starts in 3, 2, 1.
Favourable Queensland team. Queensland 4, fortunate so far. And they keep that good luck running. Lachlan Adams remain on your side, and the Band Brothers, anything is possible. Sora Sato and the two Cadens will have something to say about that. Sora on an absolute tear right now.
He's good, 7.1.
Yeah, he gives New South Wales the edge by nearly 2 seconds. It's going to be tough for Queensland to claw this one back, especially with Cadens at 7.2. This is looking express. Still about a 2-second lead for New South Wales. Onto PLL. There it is.
7.
New South Wales 1 is going to take it.
They'll advance to the finals. They'll have a shot at taking the gold, but that's not the last you'll see of Queensland 4. They'll be moving to the bronze medal match, who will face the loser of WA1 and Victoria 1.
What an incredible matchup. Absolutely astounding for Queensland 4 to make it so far. But it's not over for them yet. They can still come home with some silverware. New South Wales 1. Yeah. New South Wales 1, however, puts themselves into the gold medal match. Now, final match of the semi-finals. WA 1 versus Victoria 1.
WA did not expect to be here. They got here by 0.01, in a matter of fact.
Absolutely unbelievable stuff.
Felix has had a poor performance so far. If he gets a similar performance to this one, WA could take it. Lenny's been doing well. Riley's been doing incredibly. 2 mid-5s, back-to-back. We need more of that from the whole of the team.
I don't think you can bet against Victoria 1 at the moment. If WA 1 only beat Victoria 2 by 0.01 of a second, you would expect Victoria 1 to put up a better fight. But they've come this far. That's the thing, they've come this far. They can't let it slip. They're going to give this absolutely everything. WA1, the underdogs. Could it possibly be a gold medal match for WA? Or is it going to be the same old story again, Victoria 1? Jonathan Charlesworth sets off for WA. Lennon is nervous. Victoria 1 is a new outfit for him.
So is Johnny.
9.9.
Nines
I
for
don't
both
think
of
Johnny
them.
knows that 9.2 is going to put them in the lead.
Not great from Felix either.
He's got the ZBLL though, and he's given
Oh,
Victoria
I think
1 the
might be
lead
a
that they might
+2.
need. This is huge!
Whoa!
5
Oh!
for Riley Dexter! He
He's
just
so
keeps
good!
going. He just keeps on doing it! How does he do it?
It looked close at the start. It looked close in the middle.
I saw the PLL at 3 and I thought there's no way. It's absolutely unbelievable. Victoria 1 off the back of Riley Dexter have made it to the gold medal match once again. I don't think anybody could have predicted that it would end up like that though.
Not a chance. Bronze medal match time now. Queensland 4, WA 1. This could be a close one.
This could be a close one. You can never count out Queensland 4. That's one thing that we've learnt from this entire bracket. We wrote them off in round 1, and they set the upset on Queensland 2. We wrote them off in the quarterfinals. They did the upset over Queensland 1. They weren't as fortunate in the semi-finals, but now they're up against WA 1. Can they, will they perform one last miracle to get themselves that bronze medal from absolutely nowhere? They weren't even the 3rd best Queensland team. Could they be the 3rd best team in the country?
It's worth noting that WA1 have just done a match. So they've already, the nerves are high. The heart rate is high. They've got to try and control those nerves, calm themselves down again for what might be the most important match of their competition. Here come the cubes.
Cubes are coming out now. So,
WA1 the favourites. But almost looks like Queensland 4 like being on the back foot, you know? They've been on the back foot against Queensland 2 and Queensland 1.
they work well under pressure. You put them in a corner, they bust through a brick wall.
Inspection starts in 3, 2, 1.
Inspections underway. Lockie's a bit questionable about the scramble that he's just received. It's got like basically a whole yellow side done.
And he's still solving white.
3, 2, 1.
Good start from Johnny.
This is looking very good. PLL at 6 for Johnny. But it's so close. They're less than a 1/10 of a second apart here. Or just over a 1/10. Doesn't matter. Joshua Hounslow's got a dot OLL though. But he's put WA in the lead.
Surely Lockie doesn't let this one slip. Oh, but he's
Can
doing
Lockie
so many
clutch up?
pairs.
It's
Oh,
no, Lockie. Don't do it. It's so close.
I
Unbelievable.
think Queensland take it.
Could they have possibly done it? Has Lachlan Stevens let the win slip through his fingers? It's Queensland
no.
that gets the bronze medal from absolutely nowhere. We wrote them off at the start. We wrote them off in the quarterfinals. And they've ended up with the bronze medal. How have they done that?
Heartbreak for WA. They were relying on Lachlan Stevens to solve well at the end, but the lockups in the last layer, it was just too many. He did so many moves in his F2L, and the nerves, the pressure, he could not handle it. I'm not quite sure how close it was, but it was close.
That is absolutely unbelievable, that matchup. Queensland 4 have absolutely come from the clouds. No one expected them to take a bronze, but they've done it. This gold medal matchup shapes up to be even better than that somehow. It's New South Wales 1 versus Victoria 1. This is the matchup that we predicted from the very beginning. The newcomers in New South Wales versus the old stalwarts in Victoria 1. Who's going to take it home?
And they are up against Victoria 1, represented by Felix Zemdegs, Riley Dexter, and Leonard Hughes.
Riley has done incredibly so far. A 5.4, another 5.4, and a 5.2. He is on an absolute tear, carrying Felix and Lenny on his backs. Surely he's getting a bit sore. Surely he can't keep it up. But he just keeps on doing it time and time again.
If Victoria 1 takes this win, they have only one man to thank for bailing them out time and time again. Now it's time for the rest of the team to up their game. Lennon Hughes on debut. Had a good showing in the first round. Felix Zemdegs has been here time and time again. We know he can perform under pressure moments. He's been a multiple-time national champion. And Riley Dexter just keeps doing Riley Dexter things so far. But it's the unknown quantity in New South Wales. You never know what this youth could bring versus the experience of Victoria 1. Underway. Lennon Hughes, couple of rotations in the F2L. But solving well. Who's it going to be? Oh, it's going to be New South Wales, but it's a corner twist.
Oh, and this is so good from Caden.
Victoria 1's going to have to fight. I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be New South Wales from absolutely nowhere.
No! It's a DNF!
DNF!
They
Victoria
lose it on
wins!
the DNF!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness, Victoria 1 take
It's Victoria 1!
Oh no, heartbreak for New South Wales.
Oh
Two
my goodness,
moves
that's
off.
Absolute heartbreak. 2 moves from glory. A +2 would have done it, but it's
Oh,
one move
no.
too many. Oh, that's unbelievable.
Oh,
That's not the way that Victoria 1 would have wanted to win that one. And my heart absolutely breaks for New South Wales.
what an
My
incredible
heart breaks.
performance.
That's unbelievable. Oh,
Victoria 1
no siree.
acknowledging
Caden.
the deserving winners in that match. Caden's obviously upset. Caden Liu with an incredible solve. Both Caden's incredible solves. Sora with an incredible solve, but just wasn't quite solved. 2 moves off, rushing the finish when he didn't need to. Put your hands together. What an incredible performance.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking. That's not the way that New South Wales would have wanted that to finish. They had it in the bag. And it's absolutely extremely heartbreaking. It's Victoria 1. They've taken the win once again. but I don't think anybody would have expected it to be that way.
No, definitely not. That
It's
the
a
whole
bit-
thing was full of upsets, Michael. I feel
It's
like every match was an upset.
It's a bittersweet end, and I think the biggest upset of them all happened in the last half a second of that final matchup. New South Wales has got some serious regrouping to do for next year. It's so extremely unfortunate, but they've given us an absolute wealth of rounds to go back on. That was an unbelievable States Cup. They've given us so much replay value. They've given us the story from beginning to end, the underdogs absolutely destroying every single round. Riley Dexter has been the MVP for Victoria 1, and I don't think anybody would have expected that. Lennon Hughes, the first timer for Victoria 1. Felix Zendegs, been there time and time again, couldn't get it done. But Riley Dexter, he's the only reason that Victoria had a sniff of a gold medal. And he held that until the very, very end.
Yeah, Riley, I think he probably thought the match was lost. So he was just solving two. I think he ended up with a 7 on the last one, thinking they were already lost, not realizing there was a DNF, unless they might have heard me shout it. I don't know, I was pretty loud. But wow, incredible. Lennon doing really well in the first few matches, but then a bit of a poor solve in the end. He thought he'd lost Victoria the chance at a win, but Caden was on his side, and I'm so disappointed for Caden. He is one of the fastest solvers in Australia at the moment. He's done so well in this competition so far, and that solve was so good. Just too many lockups. The young, I don't know, it's just the turning speed from the young'uns, like they just want to rush the finish of the solve, and he rushed it too much, and the lockup stopped the timer with 2 moves to go, and oh my goodness. I look forward to seeing that team once again next year.
And I look forward to seeing all of these solvers in the 3x3 head-to-head finals tomorrow. There's going to be some stories of redemption.
Not Lennon, though. He didn't make semis. Oh, no, he did make semis. He did.
Lennon?
He did really well.
There were some WAs that didn't make semis. I know that much.
True, yeah.
But I'd be so excited to see Caden's redemption story in head-to-head finals. He deserves so much more than what he just got there. It's an honest mistake. But honestly, there's the future's bright for this kid.
Yep, just early in his career. But I think we're going to wrap it up now. That's been an incredible day, at day 3 of the Speedcubing Australian National Championship. We'll be back tomorrow. We've got all of the finals tomorrow. Congratulations once again. Queensland 4 taking 3rd place in the States Cup. Victoria 1 getting 1st place, just beating out New South Wales 1, who were 2nd.
Victoria 1, don't mind if I do.
We'll see you all tomorrow.
See you later.